Imagine having £46 million. Now imagine spending it on a memorial for a queen. That's right, you heard it correctly. The latest proposal hitting the headlines is a staggering £46 million for a memorial dedicated to the Queen, funded by none other than the taxpayers themselves. Let that sink in for a moment. £46 million. That's enough to build schools, hospitals, and fund countless public services. That's enough to provide a lifeline to families struggling with poverty, to homeless individuals sleeping on the streets, to children who go to bed hungry every night. But no, they propose to spend it on a memorial. The audacity is breathtaking, isn't it? The sheer nerve of expecting the public to foot the bill for a monument celebrating a monarch who lived a life of luxury, while many of her subjects struggled to make ends meet. And the timing couldn't be worse. In a time when the economy is reeling, when people are worried about their jobs, their homes, their future, they want us to pay for a £46 million memorial. But wait, it gets worse. Not only do they expect us to fund this extravagant tribute, but they also want us to feel grateful for the opportunity, as if paying for a Queen's memorial is a privilege, a sign of respect and reverence. But respect for whom? For a monarch who lived off the public purse, for a system that continues to prioritise pomp and circumstance over the needs of the people? For many, the thought of such an expense, especially in times of economic hardship, is simply too much to bear. It's not just about the money, it's about the principle. It's about fairness, it's about justice. And in a world that's crying out for both, a £46 million royal memorial feels like a slap in the face. Let's not forget, this is our money they're talking about, our hard-earned cash, our taxes, and we deserve better. We deserve a say in how it's spent, because at the end of the day, it's not just a £46 million question, it's a question of priorities, of values, of what kind of society we want to be. For many, the thought of such an expense, especially in times of economic hardship, is simply too much to bear. People are struggling, the cost of living is high, and yet the government wants to spend £46 million on a Queen's memorial. This isn't just a slight misstep, it's a leap in the wrong direction. In a time when the price of a loaf of bread has doubled, when rent is skyrocketing, and when job security is a mere fantasy for many, it's hard to believe that the government is focusing on a memorial. It's a slap in the face to those who can't afford to put food on the table, to those who are choosing between heating their homes and buying medication, to those who are working multiple jobs just to stay afloat. It's not just about the money, although £46 million is a staggering amount. It's about the message it sends. It's about the government saying that a monument to a monarch is more important than the well-being of its citizens. Many are questioning the priorities of those in power. They're asking, why can't that money be used for something more beneficial? Why can't it be used to fund education, healthcare, or affordable housing? Why can't it be used to help those who are struggling, instead of immortalising a figure who lived in luxury? The government's decision to spend such a massive amount on a memorial has left many feeling unheard and unimportant. It's a reminder of the disconnect between those in power and the people they're supposed to serve. This isn't just a financial issue, it's a societal one. It's a clear indication of the divide between the haves and the have-nots, between the monarchy and the public. In a time when many are struggling to make ends meet, the idea of spending so much on a memorial seems out of touch. It's a stark reminder of the division between the priorities of the government and the needs of the public. It's a decision that has left many feeling frustrated, angry, and ignored. If the royal family wants a £46 million memorial, perhaps they should be the ones to pay for it. Let's take a moment to think about this. The royal family, one of the wealthiest entities in the world, wants a memorial fit for a queen. Not just any memorial, but a £46 million one. And they expect the hard-working public, the same public struggling to make ends meet, to foot the bill? It's almost laughable. The Queen's life was a spectacle of luxury and opulence funded by the state. Her castles, her guards, her gowns, even her daily cup of tea, all paid for by taxpayers. And now, in death, they want us to fork out again to fund a monument to her reign? The monarchy has always been a symbol of wealth and power, but let's not forget where that wealth comes from. It's not plucked from the royal orchards or mined from the royal quarries. No, it comes from the sweat and toil of the common people, the very same people they now want to pay for this grand memorial. Maybe it's time the royal family dipped into their own coffers. They could sell a castle or two, or perhaps one of their priceless artworks. After all, if they believe so strongly in the importance of this memorial, surely they wouldn't mind making a few sacrifices. It's a simple concept, really. If you want something, you should pay for it. And if the royal family and monarchists truly love the monarchy, if they truly believe in its worth and value, then they should be the ones funding this memorial. So, let's put the responsibility where it belongs. Let's ask the royal family and the monarchists to pay for their own memorial. Let's remind them that the public's money is for the public's needs, not for royal extravagances. If the royal family and monarchists love the monarchy so much, they can foot the bill. A petition is circulating, calling for the monarchists to pay for the Queen's memorial. It's a swift and resounding counterpunch from a public that's grown weary of footing the bill for royal extravagances. The petition, rapidly gathering signatures, resounds with a clear message: make the monarchists pay. The public outcry is compelling and speaks volumes. It's a tangible representation of the sentiment that enough is enough. People are saying, we've paid for the Queen's life, her castles, her guards, her gowns, we've funded her luxury. And now, in death, you want us to pay again? It's a sentiment that's echoed in the streets, on social media, in the pubs and coffee houses. Everywhere people are saying, our money is for us, it's for the public, not for a memorial. And they're right, the priorities are clear, the people come first. Imagine what £46 million could do if it were invested in the public. In hospitals, in schools, in social programmes. Imagine the change that could be made. It paints a vivid picture of misplaced priorities, of a government that seems more interested in a monument to the past than in the people of the present. But the public is not silent. They're speaking out, signing the petition, sharing their stories, expressing their anger and frustration. They're making their voices heard, loud and clear. This is our money, spend it on us, not on a memorial. And it's working. The petition is growing, the message is spreading, the public is standing up and saying no more. This isn't about respect, it's about priorities, and right now, the priority is the people, not the palaces. It's a powerful message, a rallying cry for a public that's tired of paying for the monarchy while their own needs are overlooked. It's a message that's resonating, a message that's gaining momentum, and it's a message that the government would do well to heed. The Queen's memorial has sparked a debate about who should pay for it. A debate that has stirred the pot and brought to light the pressing issues of our society. We began with the startling fact that £46 million is the proposed price tag for a Queen's memorial. A sum that has left many of us with our jaws on the floor and our pockets feeling lighter just at the mere thought. An astronomical figure that seems to belong more in the fantasy world of royal extravagance than in the reality of our everyday lives. Next, we delved into the struggles of the public, the everyday heroes who work tirelessly to keep their homes warm, put food on the table, and ensure their children have a brighter future. To them, £46 million is not just a number. It's an unattainable dream, a stark reminder of the widening gap between the haves and the have-nots. We then turned our attention to the royal family's role. The Queen lived her life in luxury, all paid for by the state. Now in death, should the public be expected to foot the bill again, or should the royal family, the monarchists, the superfans, be the ones to shell out for this memorial? It's a question that has seen passionate arguments on both sides. The public's response has been clear. A petition is making the rounds, calling for the monarchists to be the ones to pay. The people have spoken, and they are saying, not today, not ever. They believe the priority should be the people, not the palaces. In the end, it comes down to this. The people believe that monarchists should pay, not them. It's a sentiment that resonates with many, a call to action that echoes the voice of the people. Because after all, isn't that what democracy is all about?